Hey everybody, MaskedMetaKnight4, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Fire Ash. Last time we took on the Alola League, and because there were no full battles, we just did it all in one episode. We made it all the way to the finals, and we fought our rival Gladion. And we came out on top, for reals this time! Ash is now the Alola Pokemon League champion. Isn't that great? And now we get to celebrate our award ceremony. Let's go. For no reason in particular, I'm just gonna put a lucky egg onto Melmetal. Just in case, there could be a random encounter. This is an RPG after all. Ash, this is bad. Multiple Ultra Wormholes open and the stadium's under attack. We need to Man. Wow, guys, a crisis that happens immediately after the league? That's crazy. We'll take care of Monitor in the Ultra Wormholes. You take care of Guzzlord. So yes, a bunch of Guzzlord pulled up in Ultra Wormholes. Some are shiny, some aren't. But Guzzlord's a big deal in the anime because, it murked Melee Island in a parallel world. So this is very bad because the same thing could happen here. And Ash has told everybody already about what Guzzlord did in the parallel world that he went to. So, they are prepared to figure out its weak spot, and the amount of Kamehamehas in this episode, aka Z-moves, is nuts. Everybody pulled up with their power of Alola to go defend this place from these villains. Us Kahunas can handle this. Gotta focus. Help somewhere else. Stay back, kid, don't want you getting hurt. Where do we go help? Bro's still starting a business. We can handle this one. Our burning hearts will prevail. It's only one. I think we can manage. So Guzzlord's a dragon and dark type. So Fairy will be mad good here. However, I don't think we can learn Fairy type attacks. I want to update Melmetal's move pool. Can it learn? There's a move in particular that I want to learn. It's the one that Boldor had as a fighting type move. I forget what it's called. It's not Flying Press. I think it's Body Press. I think that's what it's called. Also over here, let's update Naganadl's move pool as well. Let us get Thunderbolts. Because again, Poipole was a big fan of Pikachu's light Thunderbolts, so it's nice that when it came back, it learned that attack. And it's interesting too, because when it comes to Ash and his party, the only Pokemon that's running electric type attacks is Pikachu. So seeing another Pokemon that Ash owns that isn't Pikachu have an electric attack was fascinating. And a Thunderbolt, no less. Body Press. Oh, that's not Body Press. Can you learn it? Yo, let's go. We'll get rid of Harden. I know the last move I want to teach Melmetal. Its ability is Iron Fist, so it powers up the punch-in type attacks. I don't know if Brick Break counts as a punch-in attack, but I'd rather have Heavy Slam because Melmetal is a very heavy Pokemon. Does it say how heavy it is? It's not. But yeah, I have one more move I want to teach it, but we'll have to go out of region for that. But we can't do that right now. There's some villainy happening. We gotta stop him. XP share. Give you an XP share as well. Alright, where's the third Guzzlord? So, Ash and the Mask Royal, they attacked the third one. It's a Naganadel. You like to take it with you? No. So this is another Naganadel in the off chance. I mean, I'll take it, sure. Like, if you're Poipole or something, you messed up or whatever, they give you a second one. But we're not using this one. My Geodude wasn't enough. Yeah, your Geodude can stop that demonic beast. But the Mask Royal shows off that he has a Lucario, which is pretty cool. Lucario's a big deal. Good, help from our new champion. Don't hold back. Guzzlord, get out of here. Leave this place. This is Alola, our home. Well, second home, because we're from Kanto. But our home, away from home. I guess body press. Oh yeah, it's not weight dependent, it's defense dependent. I'm thinking of Heavy Slam. My bad, don't yell at me in the comments, please. Body press. Yeah, that. Sorry, bucko. Dude, Shiny Guzzlord is. My ability was suppressed. Oh, doesn't matter. Goodbye, villain. Good job, champion, the Guzzlord. Wait, where's my mask? How did it... I guess you deserve the truth, Ash. I've been the Mask Royal the entire time. Dun, dun, dun! That won't change our exhibition match, any. In fact, let's make it a full battle. So, we are gonna have a full battle with Professor Kukui. The Mask Royal. The mask flew off when, Ash and the Mask Royal use a Z move, because the Guzzler they were fighting was on the water, and the Mask Royal said he didn't have any electric types, but Naganadel was there, so, or Naganadel. So the Mask Royal borrowed Naganadel. They both went for Electrum Z, and sent that Guzzlord flying. Team Rocket also helped in the battle to defend the Alola League, because they were getting ready to steal the finalist Pokemon, and they had this Beware machine, this giant one, and that's when the Guzzlord started attacking. So they were getting bodied by the Guzzlord as well. And what's funny is... Oh wait, shoot, we're already here. And what's funny is, Beware. Team Rocket was able to be at the league for so long is because they stalled the Beware. So, James and Meowth made a hot spring for it, and for its stuff well. And they had a robot, Oranguru, who is basically the bartender of Pokémon in Alola, if you will. They made a robot version of it. So every time Beware got thirsty, it would bring Beware and Stuffwell something to drink, so they don't need to leave the hot spring. And anytime they were hungry, the robot Oranguru would bring berries with honey, coming out of a questionable area. But that's how Team Rocket was able to stay at the lead for that long. But the robot malfunctioned, funny enough, around the time where the finals were taking place. So Beware was like, "Where's my team? Where's my team?" So went after Team Rocket, because it just knows where, or she knows where Team Rocket is at all times. And when Team Rocket was getting bodied by this Guzzlord, Beware pulls up, and Beware is like, "Aw, nah, time to throw them hands." And Beware... Bro, Beware pulled a Mario 64, man. What can I say? Like, so long, Gay Bowser! Like, just spinning him around with Team Rocket in tow. And Beware was in a bit of a jam, too, because, again, these Pokemon have hands, these Ultra Beasts. So, Team Rocket returned the favor by helping out Beware when it looked like it was about to be defeated. So, it was a team effort to get all the Guzzlord out of there. And it showed the togetherness of Alola. But yeah, Naganadel also, yeah, like I already said, Naganadel shows up from Ultra Wormhole. So it's here to join Ash in the full 6v6, which is very awesome. So Ash has an Ultra Beast, any mythical Pokemon in his party, and a Dusk Lycanroc, which has never been seen before. The very first one. Ash has got quite the interesting team. And Burnett was like, "How did I not know the Mask Royal was my husband all along?" Oh. Man. But the truth of the Masked Royal's identity doesn't bother Ash at all. Because I feel like Kikui's like, oh man, now the surprise is ruined. Ash won't be happy. He has to fight his old man. And Ash is like, yo, I'm ready to fight. And for the most part, Kikui has kept a lot of his Pokemon under wraps during the entire series. I'm looking for the place that has Thunder Punch. I forget which island it is, or Elemental Punches. But you only really see his Braviary and his Incineroar and his Lucario that got shown off because I had to help fight the Guzzlord, and I know it's Dragon Pulse. Lucario's a cool Pokemon, what can you say? Is it Naval? I feel like it's Naval Island, dude. So, this full 6v6 takes place in 4 episodes, which is perfectly paced. It's a fun battle. Danny's our gym leader. Yeah, I don't care. Where's Ice Punch? Nope. You can learn Fire Punch? I didn't know Melmetal can learn Fire Punch. Okay, what would Fire Punch be good for, right? It'd be good for Bug, Grass, Ice. Bug, Grass, Ice, and I'm forgetting one more, I think. Bug, Grass, Ice, Steel. Honestly, with the coverage we have, we don't need Fire Punch. I'm just gonna get Ice Punch instead. Because I know you can learn it. Little Punch! Wait, are we Impish? Did I switch to Impish? I don't think I did. Even, like, before the league. Oh yeah, we were Modest. Oh my goodness. I forgot. What if Gladion ran us over? That wasn't gonna happen. Right. Let's get an Impish Berry. I think for Melmetal, for EVs in the future, I think we'll just invest in HP and defense. Like, if the other guy's not killing us, like, our attack won't matter too much. If we're just on the field the entire time, we're dishing some sort of damage, you know? Okay, and I want to teach Naganadel Flamethrower. That's a necessity. To deal them pesky steel types. So yeah, Ash versus Professor Kukui. Oh, you already have Flamethrower. Wait, what move am I forgetting? Oh, we already have the moveset that I want. Okay, cool. What do I teach Torcat? Well, let's go to Johto as well to go see the move tutor. Do I want Taken Outrage? That's what I need to decide. But yeah, the full battle is fantastic. One of the best in the series for sure. It kicks off with Torcat versus Incineroar. Kukui knew Ash was gonna start with Torcat because, again, Incineroar is Torcat's rival through the Masked Royal, and it's a good fight. That's where, like, most of the episode happens, where Incineroar shows off why it's the GOAT in Alola, because it has to fight multiple opponents at once, so speed and whatnot won't phase it too much, because it's used to fighting multiple opponents at once. There was a point during the fight where Incineroar was going to show real firepower and went for Blast Up Burn! As I get PTSD from hearing those words. And Torcat jumps into the fire, which shocks everyone, and it uses its bell to absorb the fiery energy. And Ash, being him on the fly, we're gonna improvise a move that will even take out Incineroar. But unfortunately, the bell catches smoke. It got burnt. So Torracat wasn't looking too hot, and Ash ultimately decides to swap out Torracat. And for Torracat's place, we get the super effective Lycanroc. Lycanroc's a good choice, if I do say so myself. So we have Lycanroc versus Incineroar, and Lycanroc does deal some damage through an improvised Stone Edge attack, which is really cool. Very Ash of him. And Incineroar took some damage. Like, it looks fine, but it did, you know, Stone Edge is nothing to mess around with, right? So that Pokemon gets swapped out in Incineroar. And Braviary comes out, which is kind of surprising, because, you know, that's a type disadvantage against a Lycanroc. But this is Professor Kukui, after all, you know? Oh, he had a plan. He only had one Flying-type move, which was devastating to Lycanroc, which was Sky Drop, where it's basically Seismic Toss at home for Flying types. And that did major damage to Lycanroc. Lycanroc did do some damage with Counter by shooting a Rock Slide back at Braviary. But alas, too much damage was done from the Sky Drop, and it gets taken out by Superpower. A Fighting-type move! So, Ash decides it's an aerial battle time. Do you say anything different? Nah. So I have an aerial-type battle between Rowlet and Braviary. And there's a lot of ping-pong going on between Rowlet's Everstone and its Seed Bomb, which throws off Braviary, and Rowlet eventually takes out the Flying Menace. Whoa, what's this? Oh, Fire... Okay, sure. This is just chilling here. Fire Z. So, Professor Kukui's third Pokemon is Venusaur! And it's Venusaur versus Rowlet, and Rowlet gets caught inside Venusaur's flower when going for Brave Bird, and everybody's like, "Oh, nani!" And Rowlet's just trapped in Flower Jail, and Kukui's like, "Solar Beam!" You know, the devastating attack, the devastating grass type attack, and you're like, "Rowlet, get out of there! What do I do?" And Ash goes for Rowlet goes for a Feather Dance, and the Solar Beam gets launched, right? Rowlet's okay, but Venusaur still takes it out later with a combination of attacks like Sludge Bomb and Vine Whip. I'm trying to think. Should I run Leftovers, a Berry to weaken super effective attacks, or Assault Vest? Because I could run a Berry for super effective attacks, but because it's a 6v6, it'll be hard to guess what super effective attack I could get hit by. I could get hit by a Fighting-type move. I could get hit by a Fire move. Those are my two main concerns. But I'd be more likely to get hit by a Fighting-type move. But that's defensively based. Tough. I think we're gonna run Assault Vest. But Torracat comes in again against the Venusaur, and Venusaur got Set Ablaze. And Ash used that to fire up his Torracat as well. Think of it as a pseudo Moxie. And after that battle, Ash immediately calls back Torracat, and the fourth Pokemon that Kukui has is Empoleon. So that's when Pikachu comes in, because Rowlet's gone. So Pikachu and Empoleon have a clash of steel. Empoleon blocking electric attacks with Metal Claw. something we've seen before in the past. I wasn't surprised with that happening. And Empoleon has the attack Whirlpool that kind of puts Pikachu in a daze because it's a small Pokemon and gets trapped in the Whirlpool and it's spinny and spinny and oh, I'm so dizzy. Okay, wait. Before I keep talking, let me see if I can find my Assault Vest. Need to make sure I'm paying attention and don't pass it like a complete... There it is. Yeah, I did pass it. I knew I passed it. For their Z move, we're gonna rock Pikachu's Z move. Lycanroc, you're gonna keep the wide lens so we can land our stone edges. Torracat, we're gonna go Eviolite. I think we're all double Eviolite for Rowlet as well. But Melmetal comes in against Empoleon. And Melmetal, which is funny because that's a bad matchup for Melmetal because Steel-type attacks are hard resisted by water and Steel-type like Empoleon, but Empoleon's water-type attacks get repelled by double Iron Bash. Whirlpool doesn't work because it's too heavy and it just punches the brakes off of Melmetal. So Melmetal takes a W there, which is really awesome. And then the Incineroar comes back in! And they have a grudge match between Melmetal and Incineroar. Then Incineroar uses Piss Blast Burn attack, and Melmetal is not coming back from that. Let me tell you. Eviolite. I think it's above the gems. No, it's above the mints. I remember now. So it's really funny because Torracat took a W, then left the battle, and then Incineroar took a W, and then also left the battle. So the fight turns into a 3v3. So Ash sends out Naganadel, and the Aura Pokemon shows itself. Lucario! So the Aura Pokemon versus an Ultra Beast. That was such a good fight, except for one moment where Ash calls Sludge Bomb against a Steel type, and then he goes, I forgot. That... Oh! However, he makes up for it later. You could say it's big brain, but if Ash literally never said I forgot out loud, at least in the Japanese version, he would have been a 5-head here. But even after using the Sludge Bomb, Lucario didn't deal any damage right after because Naganadel got behind it and used a Thunderbolt attack. The music? Dude, the music for Naganadel versus Lucario in the Japanese version, oh, it's so good. Oh my, that's such a good fight. Like, this Lucario doesn't have Aura Sphere, and I'm fine with that. But, oh my goodness, that's like close combats, extreme speed, Dragon Pulse, like, oh, this Pokemon was so cool, dude. It was a great fight. There was a point where Lucario blocked X-Scissor with close combat, but the Stingers of Naganadel let it use Dragon Pulse, and it took out Lucario. That's just some matchup inexperience, you know? Okay, with Naganadel, what move are we gonna rock for Naganadel? What do we do? Do I do Expert Belt, maybe? Maybe an Expert Belt. How's your defensive stat? We could do Black Sludge as well, but I feel like that won't really benefit this Pokemon too much. I think we go Expert Belts because they'll slightly boost attacks that are super effective, and we have a lot of coverage on this Pokemon. I just gotta remember where my Expert Belt is. So yeah, Naganadel, it was a tough battle for it for sure, but for a debut fight, it did really good. It was a fun watch. So Ash calls back Naganadel, and both Kukui and Ash feel like it's time to settle the score. And Torracat and Incineroar hit the field again, and they're being a lot more careful since they all know each other's attacks and moves. And it was a nice back and forth, but there was a moment in the battle where it looked like Torracat really couldn't do anything and it was going to go down, but it didn't go down. Its fiery passion let it fight on. Dude, my Expert Belt has to be near the top, right? I feel like this is an item I got really early. Hard skill. I know I have an expert belt. There's no shot I don't. Black belts. I have 4 black belts. Are you kidding me? Expert belt, where are you? I feel like I passed it, dude. Feel like I passed it. People are gonna be like, "Oh, bro's such a 3-head. He just passed it 8 times." There's no way I don't have an expert belt. There is no way I don't. There it is. Okay. Woo! But Torcat's still hanging in there. It gets a lot of flame charge attacks in, and Incineroar's on its knees at some point. And both Pokemon, they absorb their fire. They become one of their flames. And Ash and Kukui, they both decide at the same time it's time to use a Z move. So Ash swaps out his Electrium Z for a Firearium Z. Which I forgot to mention, he got a Firearium Z because he got sent back in time by the Pokemon Celebi. And he met young Kukui during that time, and okay, I just need to make sure my lineup's good. My moves. He met a young Kukui, and they didn't call each other by their names; they call each other by nicknames. And that was the episode where Ash got a Firearium Z, and he was able to use it with Torracat. And Kukui got that way back when he was younger. He swapped out his Incineroarium Z, whatever you call it, to... I know I'm talking a lot, let's just go into the fight. He swapped the Firearium Z with, or they put in the Firearium Z and they both went for Inferno Overdrive! Oh, Champion Ash, are you ready for Exhibition Battle? No, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm good. So they both go for Firearium Zs, and then they both jump into their fire orbs and they go for a clash. Are you pumped, cousin? This match may just be for fun, but I'm gonna give it everything I have. Let's do it. And Torcat finally takes out the Incineroar, and everybody gives it a standing ovation, and through it, it evolves into Incineroar. Alright, are you gonna go for a Z move right off the bat? That's what I'm scared of, bro. Are we faster? Are we faster than an Incineroar? How many EVs do we got in speed? 95? Incineroar's pretty slow. I'm gonna go for a read here. Let's guess we're faster. Z move? Yes! We dodged it! Woohoo! Inferno Overdrive! Let's go, Torracats! Oh, no. Oh, fudge. Oh, fudge. Lycanroc, let's go! Okay, we're chilling. Stonage! There's no way! There's no way! It's looking bad, boys. Cannon? Cannon? Do we go for Thunder Punch? I think I gotta save Naganadel, dude. I gotta save Naganadel for a demon. So in the battle, it's down to a 2v1. It's really interesting because back when that battle was, live, the scans and the previews always hid Kukui's last Pokemon. We didn't know what it was. But that's when the Roman boss of Melee Island decides that he wants to be the final boss. Tapu Koko reveals itself and it wants to fight in Professor Kukui's stead. Hey, I'm back! Went for bulk up. Oh, I got red. Look. Okay. I could force a switch out. I could go for revenge. That is super effective. Nobody in the back can take a ground type attack from me. Dig, let's go! What do you go for? I went for bulk up again. Oh, fudge. I did nothing. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Oh no. Would you tank? But yeah, Tapu Koko versus... Shoot. Body press. That's gotta work. Oh, you're greedy. You're so greedy. That did nothing. Oh my god. Go for Blast Burn. Do it. We are throwing. Oh my goodness. It's so over. It's so over. Dude, like your rock, why did you miss, bro? Why did you miss? Oh no. Okay. Alright, Pikachu. You're gonna have to hard clutch and roll it. Comes down to us too. But yeah, Tapu Koko and like Naginata was so amazing. The electric, I love the electric terrain effect in the anime where everything's like tinted yellow. No. Rowlet, you're gonna need to take out this Venusaur. This Venusaur is the problem. I hope you're faster. It's wraps. Oh, they were getting swept. No! No! Iron Tail! You missed? Dude, there's no way they're doing this to me. Okay, defense drop. We are so cooked. Why did Lycanroc got the miss? Anyways, during the fight with Tapu Koko and Naginata, Ash calls for a Dragon Pulse attack, which confuses everybody because he made a call like that before, and they're like, he knows that's not very effective. So Tapu Koko casually dodges the attack and sees the explosion because Naginata was above it and was aimed towards the ground. And then the smoke gets crazy and Kakui's like, oh! And then you see a grin on Ash's face when he's covering his face from the sand, or covering his eyes from the sand. He's like, and then what's going on? And Tapu Koko's just confused, and then he gets bodied by an X-Scissor. Dude, the choreography for that was so awesome. It was so cool. Anyways, we gotta figure out a game plan for this. Dude, why Lens failed me? There's no way. 80% accuracy is a lie. We're gonna do the same strat again. We just lost because of that RNG. Dude, this is why I can never play... This is why I can never... Wait, where's Rotom? Oh my goodness, he's gone! Oh, we'll talk about that later. But oh my god, I just realized he's gone! Okay, but anyways, Naginata goes down to Tapu Koko. It's really cool seeing it battle, and it comes down to a 1v1. It did take damage from Tapu Koko though, And it's Pikachu versus Tapu Koko, just like old times, you know? Just like old times. And the music for... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Bro, they played Ash Greninja's theme during Torracat versus... They should not be allowed to do that! After what you guys did to us! You're not allowed! Anyways, Pikachu vs. Tapu Koko plays this really awesome theme in the Japanese version. It's so good. I know there's one YouTuber who made a recreation of that theme song, but man, I need the Pokemon Company to release that actual song in full, man. Clean quality. Because, man, that song is so good. Pikachu vs. Tapu Koko is also so good. Man, it was such a good fight. I loved during one moment where there's a lot of smoke everywhere, and Tapu Koko's looking for Pikachu in the smoke, and then Pikachu just shows up like a blur in the back, and then Gladion's like, "Now's your chance!" And Hal's like, "Go!" And then quick attack! Just doosh in the gut. Oh my goodness. Like blocking Nature's Madness with Electro Web. Combination or clashes between Thunderbolt and Discharge. A Dazzling Gleam. Just, oh my goodness. It truly felt like Ash was in the realm of champions. I felt that feeling before in Kalos with Ash Greninja when he's fighting Diantha and even like Sawyer and Alon. But man, that fight was getting crazy. And after Tapu Koko got trapped in Electro Web and the clash of Discharge and Thunderbolts, the fight takes a pause, and the other Island Guardians show up to the Alola Stadium, and they start doing this dance like they normally do, and for the power of Alola, Ash and Kukui, they're able to use Z-moves again, because you're only able to use a Z-move once per battle, or at best, like, once per day, more or less. Sometimes I feel like that rule gets broken for the per day part, and Tapu Koko gives Kukui a brand new Z-move, a Tapu Z Crystal, and the Pikachu Thunderbolt Z Crystal comes to Ash's Electrium Z, and it's some crazy Dragon Ball Clash. Dude, just... Dude, the animation for the Z-move of Tapu Koko is so funny, because there's this gif for this meme where there's a nut button and they just smash it. Guardian of Alola! So, Ash and Pikachu have to fight this huge tyrant, right? this massive tyrant. And 10 million volt Thunderbolts is clashing with a giant fist, and literally Ash and Pikachu like do a Kamehameha. Literally. It was so hype. Oh, you didn't switch out. You didn't switch out. We're taking you out now. I'm trying to bait the Braviary switch. You're so greedy. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, whatever. Ugh. Alright. Let's go. We need a guaranteed kill. Oh my god. Dude, I was too scared to click Stone Edge! Swing! Swing! I dare you! Yeah, get out of here. Okay. 4 to 5. Yeah, there it is. It's gonna hit it with a Sky Drop, so I gotta get out of there. You can't pick me up, too heavy. What's a Rock Slide? Ooh, I guess that's another good option. Kamina la Pancha! Don't flinch me. Kamina la Punch! Brave Bird. Wait, Oh, they guess they replaced Raybird with Skydrop. Interesting. Okay. Doing good. But yeah, that again, that anime clash between 10 million volt Thunderbolts and the Guardian of Alola attack is so good. It's so good. I just love how much fun Kukui was having, right? There's a point where after Empoleon got defeated, he was like, "This is what a Pokemon battle's all about!" The whole crowd's hype. It's just such a legendary 6v6 fight. Like, the circumstances... Oh, I'm just getting stuck with Whirlpool, right? Rowlet, to be honest, I mean, it could deal with Empoleon. However, I think... Oh, wait, no, we killed Empoleon already. You're gonna go for close combat, aren't you? Lower your defenses? No, let's try this. It's fine. We get walled by steel-type attacks, but that's okay. Leave him on! Alright, that's some damage. Good. Went for close combat. Perfect. Alright, who do we take out? We took out... Who's left? Venusaur? We want to bait out Venusaur, I think. Wait, I should have sent out Pikachu for that. Oh my goodness, I literally said that out loud. We live this, right? Oh my god. I overestimated my defenses. Extreme speed should kill here, right? Yeah, it was -2. Okay, bring out the Venusaur. Perfect. And dude, after when Ash won against Tapu Koko, and then he's on the floor with Pikachu, like, I'm pretty sure this song that's playing right now is remixed. It's like a slower remix, anime remix. It's so good. Kai Hosen! We gotta get Z move up. We got him. Dazzling Gleam! We're probably dead, but 10 million volt Thunderbolt! I just want to get it off, you know? The electric terrain! Let's go! How poetic. Haha, I couldn't have asked for better. You are not evolving. How dare you. Wonderful fight. Perhaps we can do it again someday. That wasn't for any reward, but you deserve this. Hey! But yes, I like to think of this battle as a champion defense match, because in Gen 7 in the games, you would have challengers once you're the champion, which is a really cool feature that they did. But this just was an exhibition, so if Ash lost, it wouldn't have been like, oh, that's crazy. But Kukui's a pretty tough cookie. Whoa! Thank you, Ash. You made this league better than I could have hoped. I can't wait to see what you'll do next. But you can worry about that later. Let's head home for now. Dude, the whole squad was there. Which was nice. Well, yeah, that was the exhibition fight for the Alola League. And like I said, Torcat went beyond evolution. Congratulations, your Torcat evolved into Incineroar. Darkest Lariat? Heck yeah. Don't eat dig. Great fight. Again, I recommend just watching it in the Japanese version. The English dub's inappropriate music always makes me sad, it really does. But, yeah, the leak's done, so what's next for Ash Ketchum? Guess we'll find out in the next episode. So, thank you all for watching, and sayonara.